Hello, and welcome to our final AGM presentation. My name is Alessandra Boucher, a Team Ferris Industry 65 executive. Joining me in this presentation today are some very important people from our company, our executives Alexander, Anna, Christina, and Nate. First, we'll go through an overview of our Year 8 decisions and results, then discuss our progress from the very beginning.
Our 8th and final year was the best year of decisions we've made so far. We continued to follow the broad cost leader strategy when it came to keeping our costs low, but we had to increase our prices slightly to be above average. This round, we decided to focus on customer buying criteria as well as having our products released no later than mid-August. We slightly increased prices to stay profitable as well as staying competitive within each market. We made slight changes to our sales and promo budgets, which allowed us to increase our demand, but we also maintained our ideal ranges for our margins. We utilized our plans to perform at 140 to 180% to match the demand that we forecasted. Unfortunately, we forecasted too conservatively, which resulted in our company selling out for almost all of our products. To help the company in the future, we bought capacity for the products that were successful in the previous year. We also bought back stocks to increase their value and to account for the issuing of stocks in the previous years to finance our companies. Finally, we made small investments to TQM in reduction of R&D time because we believe we will be hitting the diminishing returns point for almost all of the initiatives.
The decisions that we made this year significantly benefited our company and helped us achieve our goals. By only minimally increasing our prices and aligning our decisions to customer buying criteria, we were able to better appeal to our target market and increase the number of units sold in each segment. Furthermore, by keeping our costs low and focusing on production efficiencies, we were able to attain a profit of $9.5 million and a contribution margin of 36.2%, both of which are the highest we have seen over the past 8 years. Our successful performance has also contributed to a rise in stock price by $20.50 since the previous year. While we had a lot of successes, we did experience a few shortfalls. Our conservative forecasting led us to sell out in 4 of our 5 products, and we had to discontinue a successful product due to its past underperformance. Overall, however, our decisions this year helped us adhere to our broad low-cost leader strategy while significantly improving our performance.
It has been a turbulent 8 years for Team Ferris Industry 65, with many ups and downs. Here's an overview of what happened. Honestly, when we first started the company, we were overwhelmed. After the government split us up into smaller organizations, it took us nearly 3 years to figure out our strategy, but finally, we decided on the broad, low-cost leader. As year 2 came to a close, we knew that we needed to focus on 3 main strategies: keeping our costs to a minimum, competing on the basis of price, and improving organizational efficiency. However, as you'll soon see in the following years, we struggled to maintain these goals.
In our middle years, we made several main blunders. First, we fluctuated our prices in an attempt to increase sales, but it negatively impacted demand and made it difficult to adhere to our original strategy. We would have fared better to keep our prices consistently below average. Additionally, we made the mistake of not investing enough of our cash on hand into automation, while we also incurred heavy R&D costs to adhere to the customer buying criteria, which wasn't consistent with the broad low-cost strategy. On a more positive note, the emergence of TQM in year 4 gradually reduced our variable costs and increased demand while also allowing us to produce more quality products. This allowed us to develop confidence again in our company, and during these years, we also increased promotion and sales budgets to stay competitive, and we also worked on accurately predicting our sales forecasts for each segment.
Our final 2 years managing the Ferris Company really highlighted the possibilities of the company. Our team identified the high-end market segment was the area dragging our company down. Low sales and inventory carryover costs resulted in the segment costing us more than what it was worth. Because of this, we decided to scale back our production in the segment for the financial health of the company. We achieved this by selling capacity, producing less, investing in TQM, and pricing existing products slightly higher to improve margins. These changes resulted in us turning a profit and increasing the financial health of the company. We knew that from the beginning, following a broad low-cost strategy would take time to achieve, and we believe that these final 2 years have shown us steps in the right direction. These final years have made us a healthier company for our successors and have shown the board of directors that our products are in demand by customers.
As our 8th year comes to a close, we can confidently say that we've achieved higher sales, higher profits, a higher contribution margin, and even a higher stock price. all of which are setting up the company future executives for growth and success. Now looking at a visual representation, we can see that from years 2 to 3, we had a drastic drop in profit, and it was due to one main reason. We revised a product in the traditional segment that came out in November of the next year to meet buying criteria, but the product came out too late and it resulted in us not selling 1 million units, and we incurred inventory carryover costs. In years 4 and 5, we adhered better to customer buying criteria, and we also invested in TQM to reduce variable costs and improve contribution margins. And we enjoyed increased demand, but we were still at a net loss. As year 6 came around, we had to make a difficult decision despite our broad low-cost strategy. We decided to increase prices to improve margins and more accurately adhere to buying criteria. We also decided to sell capacity in our weakest segment, which was high-end. And in years 7 and 8, we had a more solidified strategy, and we sold all of the products in the other segments. As a result of better internal decisions, our company legacy is financially stable and flexible. The following 2 efficiency ratios and 1 leverage ratio are proof. Return on assets is healthy at around 10%, meaning for every dollar in assets, we get $1.10 back. Return on equity is healthy at around 20%, meaning for every dollar in equity, we get $1.20 back. And debt to equity ratio is stable at roughly 1.04, meaning we finance our company slightly more with debt than with equity, which was an improvement from 0.85 from our earlier years, and it shows less reliance on our shareholders to finance our debt. Furthermore, in our first AGM, we mentioned the possibility of issuing new dividends to restore faith in our shareholders. The reason why we decided not to issue dividends in our final year, despite our recent growth, is because we believe our company's current financial stability and success will continue to improve and grow with the new executives. Once our EPS is stronger, future shareholders' returns will be maximized.
Looking at our performance as a team initially did take us some time to understand each other's strength. However, over the years, as our knowledge and experience of the industry improved, we were able to come together as an executive team to make better decisions. As seen in the graphs before, we did experience some rough times, especially in year 3, where we had the most difficulty. This tested our strength of the team, and we were able to come together to learn more about the industry trends and our competitors' performance. And with time, we were able to make better decisions to improve the financial standing of the company, which is reflected in our final 2 years. There were times when we had second thoughts about our strategy, especially during rough times. However, we decided to focus and commit as a team to our broad cost leader strategy, which in turn led us to perform at our full potential. Overall, we are very proud of our progress as a company during these 8 years. On behalf of Team Ferris Industry 65, we would like to thank you all for attending our annual general meeting. We hope that we have provided beneficial information on the development of our company, and we look forward to seeing the bright future of Ferris 65 in the years to come.